So at one time I had 7 that I was homeschooling from the ages of 5 to 15. And I had to figure out how am I going to do this? And I was basically just trying to maintain order, like keep it from chaos.
What are some things that we can incorporate as parents into our kind of rhythms, our weekly, daily rhythms that can really help our kids grow their faith? So, we want to be helping them to have so they're talking with us, we're having these faith conversations, but how can we be helping them to grow their own independent relationship with the Lord? So what are some things we can do to kind of foundationally bring that in? I mean, we've got great curriculum that we use and, family Bible studies, but how do we move beyond that to helping them really grow their faith?
Yeah. So Leslie and I just narrowed it down to 5 things, which after I read them, you're gonna be like, those are so obvious, but they're actually if you do these things, which you already mentioned, Bible reading, prayer, conversation. We've already talked about that, service, and then relationships, just like the board game nights. Tonight we're doing finger foods for dinner and we're doing board game nights. And then I ordered some tents so we could have a backyards. This is our big, we're not camping people. This is a big step. We got tents. We're going to, on Monday night, we're sleeping outside. So it's that relationship. It's that trying to bring fun into things. But with those things, I loved how you use the word rhythms, because that made a huge difference in our lives when we first started homeschooling. So for those that don't know, we have 3 biological, then we adopted a newborn, and then 2 from foster care, and then a sibling group of 4 from foster care. So at one time I had 7 that I was homeschooling from the ages of 5 to 15. And I had to figure out how am I going to do this? So we did a lot of reading around the table. So we would read a chapter of the Bible, or sometimes we would do Bible study. We would have a little prayer journal, and then we would do the YWAM missionary stories, the youth of the mission, missionary stories, and then do read out louds. And I was basically just trying to maintain order, keep it from chaos. We did had we did our little folder system, Kristi Clover's little folders with their workbooks and stuff. But the main rhythm was we would sit down, we would do our prayer journals, we would read a chapter in the Bible, we would do the missionary story, and then some read out louds, and then the workbooks. So that rhythm, even if it started at 9 o'clock or 11 o'clock or 1 o'clock, hopefully if we had appointments or something, it might be in the afternoon, the rhythm really kept things going. And at first, the girls we adopted were preteens, and suddenly they go from living in foster care, not always even living together, to now you're living in a family and we're going to homeschool and we're going to read the Bible. And they're like, where have I landed? What planet is this? And they were not always happy. They did not have the greatest attitudes. And I would just say, this is what we're going to do. Just, if you don't want to listen, just put your head down. Just put your head down. We're all sitting here and you don't have to listen. Well, pretty soon they're asking questions. They're more involved. And as we went along, those seeds were planted. And so I will say preteen years, teen years, you might have kids that I don't want to do that. That's stupid. I don't think I believe that. And I have one that was for sure, I don't think I believe in God. I'm it's okay. Just put your head down. Just listen. Well, that's one of them that's serving in Poland right now. And, she's like, Mom, I never would have thought that I would be loving God and serving. I'm like, me neither. Me neither, girl. For sure. So just know that rhythm of incorporating these things, talks about God's word will not return void when we take time to share his word. And time is the word of the day, time, when we take the time, because we do have the math that needs to get done, the handwriting, the co-op, all these things, those tend to try to crowd in to that time. And so honestly, when we adopted the kids, I'm if we never finish the math curriculum, if they're still at a 8th grade reading level when they graduate, that's not my goal, but if they know Jesus and we have time to pray together and they hear these wonderful, amazing missionary stories and learn how to be good people and what it looks like to serve God, that is going to be my ultimate focus. Because if they're amazing careers, all the college degrees, but don't love Jesus, it's not going to matter. That's not going to be successful in my heart. as why I wanted to homeschool. And so really just incorporating those rhythms into life. And I'm not perfect. We just have summer. I have not sat down and we just got back from vacation. We need to next week, we're going to get back into our rhythm, but just know there will be seasons where it's a busy time. Grandma was sick for a while. My grandma lives with us. And then just go back to the rhythm. And because they know that this is the rhythm, then it's easy to pick up again.
Homeschool Insights is sponsored by CTC Math. If you're looking for a great online math program, visit ctcmath.com and try it for free. For more great homeschool inspiration and resources, listen to the Schoolhouse Rocked Podcast every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday.